Can you explain how the three principles are different from non-duality? They seem similar sometimes, but I'd like to know what really sets them apart and your thoughts on the topic.
I'm super clear on it. So non-duality seems to me like a really valuable teaching, the pathless path. Um, and what the non-dual teachers are pointing to is that duality is an illusion, that there's only one thing going on. And that's what Sid was pointing to too. So they're both pointing to the same thing, as is Buddhism, Christianity. So they're all pointing to the same thing. The thing that looks unique to me about Sid's articulation of it was his use of the metaphor of scientific principles, because that brings into connection implication-based learning and everything that goes along with that. And what I've seen with the principles is if you point people to how their experience is created, which is the constant of thought and feeling, often very quickly, they will spontaneously have insights into what the non-dualists are pointing to. So it just looks to me like a way of pointing to the spiritual nature of life that leverages the value of the metaphor of scientific principles and brings into connection a bunch of stuff that goes along with that. But what they're pointing to is identical. Okay. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Do you think there's a way for a coach to combine both the three principles and non-duality in their approach? I like both.
I mean, I like both. There's
Yeah.
nothing I would say, speaking to you as a coach, I would encourage you and everyone here to follow your own fascination about what you want to explore and what you want to learn. And I'll tell stories and use metaphors that I've heard from non-dual teachers. And some of my favorite poems and quotes I'll share with you are from Rumi, who was a Sufi who'd never heard the words non-duality, but was pointing to this self-same thing. I think speaking to you as a coach, it's not about what models you're sharing. So, for instance, if you listen to any of the coaching demos that I have shared on the podcast, very few of them in very few of them will you hear me mention the three principles or any particular model. It's about the impact you can have. So I would say two things, Juliet. One is be absolutely be absolutely free to follow your fascination wherever it takes you in terms of what you explore and what you learn from. And when you're coaching, anything's on the table. Use whatever makes sense to you to have an impact with your client. So for instance, I might be working with someone and then it occurs to me, share that metaphor you heard Rupert Spira use. And so I share it with them. It unlocks things. Fine. It's, as far as I'm concerned, coaching is no holds barred. And you said, is it okay to combine the two? I think the place where all of this is combined is in your own heart and your own spirit and your own understanding. So absolutely have at it. That's how it looks to me. Thanks for your attention. I look forward to seeing you soon.